with depression and still trying to work not only one job, not only two jobs, but still on top of trying to be a fucking mother. Like, it's hard. It's super, super, super hard. What's up, y'all? My name is Shani B. I want to thank y'all for clicking on this video, because I don't know how well it's gonna do, but it's something I need to get off my chest. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, okay? So it is November, y'all. I know we all got our own struggles with this quarantine, but this month has really like taken me overboard, okay? So the last few months, I've dealt with having the coronavirus, thinking I wasn't gonna make it through that situation. It was absolutely terrifying. It was terrifying, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me go ahead and get started with my wholesale business and starting to put consistent videos out on YouTube. So through this journey, you know what I'm saying, like, things have been going great. And that's why I think it's a little bit harder for me to deal with this. Things are going great, but at the same time, things aren't going great. So, I guess I kind of want to make this video about running your business, dealing with personal life, you know what I'm saying? And how to deal when one is doing better than the other. So recently, I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend with my ex, my child's father, of 5 years. We've been on and off for a long time or whatever. And y'all, this is the most significant relationship of my life because of the simple reason he taught me a lot of the things that I do in my business. He taught me a lot of the skills that I've learned. So at one point, it's like, oh, he's a great person. And at the same point, it's like, he's a spawn of the fucking devil. And I'm pretty sure he could say the same thing about me. And starting my business, I started my business because I wanted to be able to have a business to take care of me and my daughter just in case anything ever happened to him. Because when I first met him, that's a whole story time. When I first met him, I was young. I'm old now, but I was young. Starting my business, I started a business for real because I wanted to make sure that if anything ever happened to him, he went back to jail. You know what I'm saying? Anything happened to him, we just make what you want to make out of it. That I would be able to support our child. Okay, so my daughter is 4. And I've been on this entrepreneurship for the last 4 years. And this year has been the year that I've seen the most success in my business. $40,000 I've made in my business this year, all within the last few months. Economically, I'm popping, okay? Mentally and spiritually, y'all, it's been rough. Just like I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are going through, but it's hard to cope with the fact of like, dang, my business is thriving. Like, when I tell you my business is thriving, literally, I've gotten 2 orders today since recording these videos, and I've only been recording for like an hour. Business is businessing, okay? Business is doing what it needs to do. But my personal life is so fucked up right now that I don't give a fuck that my business is thriving. I am a Pisces, okay? I'm blaming all this on my horoscope. I need to take responsibility so I can feel the feels and move on. But I'm blaming this on my horoscope. I have been in this slick depression ever since I've had the coronavirus because I realized I had to make some changes in my life for real. So I'm going to be adding like grown chit chats to my channel because during the process of like the last year of me mentally breaking up with my child's father, I was recording videos and I was documenting myself, because every time something would happen, I would go back and watch that video and remind myself of why I could not fall back into the back and forth of us breaking up and getting back together, breaking up and getting back together. So finally, like, broke up. Actually, he was the reason I got the coronavirus, and I'm getting it from him. He caught it from work or whatever. So all I asked for was for my business to be successful. I asked for my business to be able to sustain my monthly expenses. I asked for my business to take me away from my job. Like, the things that I asked for are happening, and I'm actually putting effort into those things happening. But trying to run a business while feeling the way that I feel is getting super hard. I've been thinking about, like, getting counseling, because I'm really big on self-help, but there becomes a point where self-help just isn't enough. I was diagnosed with postpartum depression when I first had my daughter. I know you're like, oh, that's 4 years ago. Yes, that was 4 years ago, but the counselor who I was assigned to was actually a patient at the dental office I used to work at. So I didn't want to use her as my counselor. So that's when I went on this self-help journey. You know what I'm saying? I started learning all these different things that you could possibly learn about your mindset, learn about self-care, learning about getting a little bit more religious and spiritual. Okay, so I started going on this journey about 4 years ago, and I pulled myself out of that situation. It took me a while, but I was able to pull myself out of that situation. I used to have a drinking problem. I used to drink a lot, like a lot. So I went, I'm gonna say, like, probably about 7 months with no alcohol. I used to smoke Black and Milds heavily. I stopped smoking for probably like over a year. That was the first thing that went, because my daughter getting older, and like, she would just be like, what are you doing outside? It's like, girl, I don't lie to my daughter. I don't. If we can't get something or we can't do something, I don't be like, oh yeah, we will. No, I don't lie to her. I tell her the truth. So I didn't want to have to tell her that truth. So I was just like, go in the house. And that day is what made me honestly quit smoking Black and Milds. So I stopped drinking while I was in the house. But we've been in the house all year, y'all. We've been in the house all year. Life is lifing. I end up catching the coronavirus, the absolute worst thing in the world that you could possibly think. Went through that struggle, went through a breakup, went through my business thriving in a way that I never would have thought that it would. Like, the way that my business is thriving, y'all, is scary. I'm not even gonna lie. When I made the video about me making $10,000, my little sister was here for the summer, and I was using all of my friends as coping mechanisms, because I had never stayed by myself before. And technically, I still don't stay by myself. My daughter stays with me, but I've always lived with someone who can have real conversations. So I made $10,000 within the first 30 days of me opening my wholesale business. And the next month I made $5,000 in the month of August. And then in September, let's just say I'm at 40,000. It's November, okay? So it's been this crazy roller coaster journey of like up and down, still trying to be there for my customers, still trying to give them the best customer service that they possibly deserve, still trying to be true to myself and give myself time mentally and spiritually to be able to get through what's happening and process what's happening. And then still having to be a mother, still having to be an employee, still having to be a CEO of a business. And y'all, I can't lie, it's hard. It's super hard. I feel like this is something that I'm destined to do. I've always had a hustling spirit, entrepreneurial spirit about myself. So I do feel like this is my destiny. This is something I'm supposed to be doing. And I know nothing that of great value comes easy. Like, I know that. But I just really want people to understand, when you're running your business, like, bruh, you have to deal with all of the things that's happening. You have to deal with life. You have to deal with, like, your work life. You have to deal with self-care. You have to deal with being a mom. You have to deal with being a friend. You have to deal with being a daughter, being there for people that's around you, because they're used to you being there for them, you know? And I think one of the hardest things about this whole situation is I'm so used to calling and checking on people. I'm so used to being the friend that's like, hey girl, I haven't heard from you in a few months. Like, calling, just checking to make sure you're okay, da 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 da. And it's like, it's super hard to keep talking to the same people that you want to be able to call and you want to be able to share your great news with. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to dim your light because of whatever it is that's going on in their life, and then still not possibly talk about what it is that you have going on. Like I said, I joke about everything, even through a depression, even through whatever. Like, I'm always listening to comedy. I love comedy because I feel like it's just one of those things where, shit, the truth fucking hurts. You know what I'm saying? And we could just laugh at the truth and get past it. We could work through anything. Is it a coping mechanism? Like, it definitely is. But at the same time, it's just one of those situations where life is gonna life. You know what I'm saying? I learned a long time ago, one of my friends died when I was about 18 or 19 years old. And when I seen it on the news, first of all, I realized life is gonna go on whether we here or not. And that was the most, like, significant death that I ever experienced. And I've lost friends to gun violence. I've been in situations where shootouts are happening and we just up at the park chilling. I've been in situations where we going to block parties and this getting shot up and the person you just talked to is dead, laid out on the street. But I realized when one of my close friends died, that life is gonna keep going. And it's up to you to decide what you want to leave behind as your legacy, what you want to leave behind for the people that's here for you. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is kind of all over the place, but it's just a way of me to be able to express how I'm feeling right now. It's just a way for me to be able to let this off my spirit, because you're starting this business. You have a business. If you clicked on this video for any other reason, hey, my name is Shani B. And I'm the owner of the Beauty Stash House. I own a lash business, y'all. And honestly, it's not even no plug for my business. I usually do very, very shameless plugs, but it's not even a plug for my business. I am a business owner. My business is actually becoming very successful very quickly, and I'm trying to find different ways to cope with this newfound success in my business. You know, it's weird. Nevertheless, like, it's definitely weird. And it's one of the situations of where it's like, I don't have anyone to turn to, or I don't know anyone to talk to about how I'm feeling. Because every time I'm talking to someone, they're like, well, how is your business doing? And I'm like, well, actually, my business is doing great, but I'm a very personable person. I don't have a lot of people in my life who are like friends. Like, I don't have a big friend circle, but I do have great relationships with the people who I consider to be my friends. Like, I have like 3 or 4 friends that I've had for like 10 years plus, you know, and those are my sisters. And I don't call them every single day, but what I do make sure I do is, like, we check up on each other, we love on each other, we're there for each other whenever we need each other. But y'all, I don't know how to do this because none of my other friends are business owners. Like, none of my other friends are going through what I'm going through. And of course, I can't even look in the camera because it's just like, it's hard. It's hard dealing with dealing with being in a bad place. Cause I'm not going to claim depression. I'm not going to say that that's what it is, but it's just, I've been in a really hard place because on one end, my business is thriving, but my personal life sucks ass. Okay. So, I just always try to tell myself that, like, no matter what's happening, I give gratitude. I'm very grateful to be here another day. I'm very grateful to know that I'm not alone in this. If you're watching this video, you probably feel the same way. Definitely if you're listening to this rant, okay? Because I'm just ranting right now. You probably feel the same way it is that, like, I feel, or you can understand how I feel. And yeah, it's just, it sucks. It sucks because coming in this year, and I know we all had plans at the beginning of the year, which is something, this is what I'm doing now. I always, whenever I'm about to talk about how I feel, I always compare it to what everybody else is already going through. But, like, being honest, in this moment, the beginning of the year, I told myself I was going to be consistent on YouTube. And it took me catching the coronavirus in July to even become consistent. I posted a video in January. I posted another one in, like, February or March. But now, towards the end of the year, I'm more consistent than I've ever been. You know what I'm saying? And in doing that, it's just like, damn, it really took something happening to me for that to happen. It really took something happening to me and me realizing, like, I could lose my life at any given time for me to do what I feel like I'm kind of destined to do, you know? And one of my biggest things that I've always been, like, really big on when it comes to my family and my friends is I'm not ashamed to talk about anything it is that I have gone through, nor am I ashamed to discuss and have a conversation to help other people out. So you can understand, like, bro, we all be going through shit. Like, we're all going through shit. And I always say in a lot of my videos, money isn't everything. Because it's like, it was a point in time where I used to steal for money. It was a point in time where, like, I was doing shit I had no business doing. It was a point in time that, when I think about them times, I just thank God for growth. But there was a point in time that, like, it was like, bro, I had as much money as I absolutely wanted. It was a point in time where I was just manipulating people into giving me money, like men. And I just know the significance. Money is just a tool. It allows you to get more things. It allows you to do more things, but it doesn't really mean anything. And I try to blame the fact that I'm a Pisces, that I'm so emotional, or the fact that I'm a Pisces, that I love to be in relations with people. But I really I'm coming to the understanding that it's a human desire. It's a human trait that we're supposed to be in relations with people. So maybe that's the reason why I'm going through it. I haven't seen people in a while, for real. I'm actually really excited to go home for Thanksgiving. I know what's going on, but I'm definitely traveling next week for Thanksgiving because I just need to go home. I need to see my parents. I haven't seen them in a while. I have some stuff lined up for when I get down there to do. So I'm actually super, super, super excited to be going home this weekend coming up. And yeah, I just really talked about a whole bunch of nothing. But y'all, like, going through a depression and still trying to work not only one job, not only two jobs, but still on top of trying to be a fucking mother, like, it's hard. It's super, super, super hard. I hope you got something from this video. I really don't know what I was sitting here saying. I feel a lot better, though. I can say that. I feel a lot better. I am going to have a lot of, like, open conversation type videos on my channel because I can teach you how to run a hair business. Honestly, I can. A lot of people can. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're thriving in e-commerce right now. And all it takes is for you to find your target audience. I think that's probably why the first 3 videos I kept pushing branding and target audience. Because if you want to make money, you just got to find your target audience. Once you find your target audience, your tribe of people, they're going to buy stuff from you because they're going to relate to you. And it's just like, I don't know if I want to keep making this kind of content or if I want to change and do more like self-help content, or like, I don't know what type of content it is that I actually want to do, but I know I want to broaden my channel more than just how to run a business, because kind of to me it's kind of cliche. And a lot of the videos I come off like, oh, well, it's simple, it's simple, it's simple. And I know to some people it's honestly not simple. And it kind of makes me look like an asshole when I'm saying when I'm sitting here editing these fucking videos. I'm like, who the fuck do I think I am talking to these folks like that? You know what I'm saying? With this arrogance and this confidence of like, bitch, it took you 4 years to start making this type of money. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I don't know what to say. But y'all, this is me. This is me. This is me on an everyday basis. Like, even through my darkest moments, y'all, I always have been a person to smile. I've always been a person to laugh. I've always been a person to joke. And I think I kind of want to do like a complete career change and get more into media, more into social media, more into, shoot, I want to do acting. Not like acting, but I want to do like podcast acting, because them folks on podcasts, they be acting. Anyways, now I'm just talking shit. If you got anything from this video, comment down below. Let's have a conversation. Are you depressed by trying to run your business? Because baby, I'm in a depression, because I was reading my notes and I was doing a video earlier. And that video ended up being like damn 30 minutes of me talking. And I'm like sitting here trying to edit it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? Like, what are you talking about? You're not talking about nothing. You need to get this shit off your chest so you can talk about what the fuck you supposed to be talking about. So y'all, that's my rant. I ain't got no more, okay? I ain't got no more rant left in me. If you dealing with, or you understood anything I said, leave a comment down below. Hit me up on Instagram. Let's talk about it, okay? Because I'm to the point where now I can get rid of my business. I could truly just get rid of it and go live in Cabo. I would be rich in Cabo. If I just cashed out my business account, I'll be rich in Cabo. That might be an idea. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. It's your girl Shiny B, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.